Live session here. Yo. Just trying to make it home. Yo, YouTube, give me urge. What's going on out there? Just making a live session real quick. I felt compelled to do this. Hello. How are you guys out there? I hope you're okay. Some of y'all probably know what my channel is about, but feel free to say whatever or ask or whatever. I don't know. Somebody speaking in a different language. I'm not sure what you're saying. But thank you for being on my channel. Appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. It looks like it's something positive, but it's in a different language. So thank you for being on my channel. I appreciate that. Thank you for the feedback. I'm just doing a quick live session, man, you know. I might start speaking about a few things. There's so much to talk about, you know, like it's so much to you know, to speak about, you know, especially, you know, regarding this information. It's so much. And I understand that a lot of people would rather not touch on this because it's sensitive. It goes against your humanity. It goes against what you've been taught all your life. You know, it makes you feel uncomfortable. But that's what learning is. That's what the Christ energy is. That's what graduating, elevating, and just becoming stronger. You hear information that you're not comfortable with, you know. And that is because your humanity, you allow your humanity to get emotionally attached to what you think belongs to you just by your demographics, okay? It's like identity politics. You can't do that. That don't work. You can't just vote because of something that you feel that looks like you, or blase, blase, blah. Okay? Why are you saying this? Oh, we gotta run this. Too heavy to stop on dime today. Too heavy. Way too heavy tonight. Anyway. So let me give you an example. You get emotionally attached to one system. So let's just say that you live in Africa, right? You live in South Africa. And let's just say that everybody around you is one color. And let's say that you dealt with the Europe or the Orishas, and you really got attached to this all your life. And let's say you've been doing this all your life, right? But then you come across somebody that's in the same thing you're in, but he has different reasons. And he looks like you, right? Just follow me on this. And let's say that you get to know this guy, and he's actually selling this information. The same information that you believe in. The same information that you got emotionally attached to because you thought it belonged to you based off your demographic. Different cultures, different people, different languages, but it's all the same energy. You're pulling from the same source. Okay? So just follow me on this. This particular priest that is in the same thing you're in, let's say that he's selling this information to political elites around the world, right? And you got a political elite that comes from Rome, America, whoever, and they go to Africa, they go to these jungles, and they pay these voodoo priests, they pay these Yoruba priests, these babalaos, these elite white people will go to the jungles of Africa that you get emotionally attached to. They will go to the jungles of Africa and pay these particular babalaos thousands of dollars, $10,000, $5,000. And they pay these people, these witch doctors, and they pay these people to become voodoo priests. Think about that, right? Here you are, you're getting emotionally attached to a particular religious system that you think is only bound to you based off your demographics. When you have elites that are white, black, Mexican, that will go and pay a babalao $10,000 for the same information that you dedicated your life to, dude. This is what I'm talking about. You get emotionally attached to a religious system. The Archons know this as well, and they use that and they eat off that. And you have your whole family just gene pool. Multiple generations being reincarnated down here based off that same system that you dedicated your life to. They just sold that system to a mercenary for $10,000 just for him to become a voodoo priest. You're not supposed to get emotionally attached to these systems that you are using, because somebody on the other side of the planet that looks totally different from you is prospering off of the same shit that you are attached to. Why? Because you won't open up. You won't open up to Odin. You won't open up to Herman Nubis. I just want to focus on whatever it is in my hood that's making me feel better. It's the same thing with when you go and you deal with this particular deity that's in this culture. So what I'm trying to say is, my whole point is, these systems, these mythological beings are nothing more than equations for humans. They don't have anything to do with your skin color. Too heavy to stop. Too heavy to stop. Gotta go through that. Too heavy to stop. Like 38,000 pounds tonight. Too heavy to stop. Anyway. You get emotionally attached to these systems, and then you get angry when someone like myself can call out all of these deities. I can master all of these symbolisms that these deities are showing me, and I don't have any emotional attachment. It's just like when I'm scrolling through the news feed, I'm scrolling through on YouTube, and there's a lot of information. I'm still learning. I learn from you guys, okay? But I'm a little bit confused because, look, I respect your information. I respect your energy. But you have to understand a person like myself. I study damn near every esoteric system that is known on the planet. Okay? There's a book out there called The Golden Age of the Moors. The Golden Age of the Moors, edited by Ivan Van Sertima. If you can get your hands on this book, good. Okay, if you can get your hands on this particular book, you're good. And the reason why I'm saying this is because during the Moorish conquest of Europe and Spain, okay, this conquest was about 700 to maybe 1,000 years. During this Moorish conquest in Europe and Spain and all that shit, they brought the tarot deck. Okay, I'm gonna let that sink in a little bit because I'm gonna deal with this shit, and I've been quiet out of common courtesy and respect. But you have to understand, I have went through all of these systems. The Moors of Spain, they brought the tarot deck. They mastered the tarot deck. I'm telling you this for a reason. I respect you. I need you to hear me out on this, because I'm seeing a pattern in your humanity. I'm seeing too much emotional attachment The tarot deck is used for random energy, random universal energy of what it provides. And it is up to the human practitioner to translate what card that the universe provided. It's random. It is not for you to get emotionally attached to one's past. It is not used to get emotionally attached to what or who you think is going through a situation. The tarot deck is a card system of information for the practitioner, such as yourself, to derive cosmic information. Cosmic information. Information that you never channeled before. Okay, I'm gonna say that one more time. The tarot deck is for a magician, is for a certain practitioner to translate cosmic image. It is nothing more than a tool for you to transcend cosmic imagery. So you have an ancient system in your hands, right? You have the cosmic card deck in your hands, right? Yet you are channeling mundane, emotional, human shit. Who cares about a person's past or what you think this person might have went through? That's the only thing that you can conjure. You have the master tarot deck that the Moors used around ancient Europe. And the only thing that you can do is try to articulate a person's past or what you think emotionally of who this person might be. I think you might be on the wrong train. If you want to get on the right train, then get with the energy. This is not about emotions or someone's past or your past. This is not about romance. It's what I'm trying to tell you. You're using the tarot deck to articulate romance, past, romance, past, romance, past, romance, past, romance, past. That's all I hear. Why are you so emotionally fixated on the past? Let me tell you something about karma. And let me tell you something about your thought process. And let me tell you something about love and romance. Okay? First off, your thought process is the only thing that the archons care about. They don't care about your past. They don't care about your emotional attachment to what makes you feel good. They only care of what they can control you with. So by that being said, you focusing your God-like energy to conjure up a person's spiritual waste is a complete waste of karmic energy. move forward. Use the tarot deck to move forward. Move forward. Okay, I'm talking about the energy of Ganesh. I'm not dealing with a person's past. Use Ganesh. Ride Ganesh. Have him make pathways for you. You're not a pioneer. The Moors were pioneers. They were Christ-like beings. And they used the tarot deck to become pioneers. Not to regurgitate the past and what you think the past is. They did not use the tarot deck to regurgitate the past. They used the tarot deck to become pioneers. They were pathfinders. Focusing on the past is a demonic karmic trap. Focusing your mind on the past or on someone's what you think that past is a demonic karmic trap. You are supposed to use the tarot deck to become pioneers, pathfinders, not to put your feet in someone else's footsteps. You use the tarot deck to light up your path because you're the practitioner, you're the pathfinder, you're the pioneer. You don't use the tarot deck to regurgitate the past. That's a demonic karmic trap. Other than that, I respect you. I respect your information. You're all very beautiful. You're very beautiful. You're beautiful. But the true Christ people were pioneers, pathfinders. That's what Ganesh really means about removing obstacles. He is a pioneer. The Moors, the tarot deck, they used it to become pioneers. You are using the tarot deck, and your mind and your emotions are lined up on a low demonic karmic frequency. Let me give you an example. Count. Now this is Chaldean numerology. Chaldean. I want you to count how many cards you have in your deck. You're probably going to end up with a double-digit number, which do not exist. But you're going to end up with a double-digit number. Now, when you count your tarot deck and you come up with the double-digit number, I want you to add those two numbers together. When you get your single-digit number, I want you to figure out what deity. Figure out which deity. Because it's going to be multiple ones. Figure out which deity that aligns with that particular number that is in your tarot deck. When you figure that out, that's the deity that you need to be dealing with. since you only use one system, which is the tarot deck. I respect that. But you seem like you're only using one particular system when you have thousands upon thousands of ancient deities that you haven't even discovered. How about Persephone? Anybody ever heard of Persephone? Persephone just came to me. Persephone is core. K-O-R-E. Persephone encourages competition. I found out that I carry the energy of Persephone. I make people want to compete with me behind my back. She had to show me this in order for me to figure it out of what's going on down here on this fucking wretched, disgusting planet that you live on, that you are here without your consent. You are here, you exist without your consent. Why wouldn't you want to investigate that? Why? I tell you why. Because, put it like this. There is a mythology out there. And this is saying within this particular equation. Humans, you have an idiosyncrasy, you have a habit I need to find out how to put this, because I'm hearing, you guys are all doom and gloom. But you killed the Christ. This is some hypocritical shit what's going on with you motherfuckers. You killed the fucking Christ. I don't give a damn what culture you're in. The Christ remains the same in every culture. Okay? This doom and gloom that you are spraying out into the algorithm or whatever you want to call this shit, life is a beautiful lie, and you refuse to look at the ugly truth. Life is a beautiful lie, and you refuse to look at the ugly truth. This is why I say in my videos, let my light shine through my ugliness. You would rather believe in a beautiful lie. So you killed the Christ. And then you turn around and you go back and you worship, so-called, you worship the very energy that you hate. Let's just say this. All you Superman fans out there, Superman, right? I was reading a book when I was a child. I forgot what book this was, but I'll figure it out. And it was about Superman. And he said, if I were to really come down to humanity and just be amongst humans, you wouldn't like him. You would try to kill him. You would try to dissect him. You would judge him. You would be envious and hateful and spiteful towards him. That's the same thing you did to the Christ. Because of your ignorant human nature, you get irritated when someone is trying to wake you up. That's the same thing in the laws of physics. When you try to wake somebody up to go to work, or when you try to wake somebody up to go to school, what happens when that person tries to wake up? He gets irritated. That's the same thing when it comes to metaphysics and your spirituality. When the Christ was left here for the light of the world, humans put the light out. If you think I'm angry, then leave. I don't really have time to focus on mundane shit like that. You should be angry. If you're fucking human, you should be. Get the fuck off my page. You should be fucking angry. Don't ask me why I'm angry. Get the fuck away from me. This low vibrational energy. Asking me these stupid ass questions. When you're a fucking human, you don't even know why you're here. Get away from me. I don't care to answer your question. No one's fucking angry. I'm explaining something to you. Can you give me some context? Fuck off. If you ain't getting it, fuck off. This ain't for everybody. This ain't for everybody. This information is not for every human on the fucking planet. This information is for the souls that feel like they don't belong here. Because you don't belong here. You are here without your consent, as it says in the Gnostic text. Why wouldn't you want to investigate this? I don't have time to try to come down. Grown-ass human being. You are a fully grown adult. If you don't like a particular information, then go away. That's the problem with you humans. When someone is coming on in your face and they're giving you medicine, you like to stupefy shit because you cannot process the information. This is the problem. You're killing the Christ. You are so used to stupefying shit because you operate on a low frequency. Everything I'm telling you is in the Gnostic text. Don't you bring your stupid ass on my page again with this shit. I see why Brother Panic used to snap off at you motherfuckers, boy. The Tarot deck was here for you to become Pathfinders. It was not meant for you to get stuck emotionally and try to articulate someone's past or future or present. That is not what that was for. That was for to dig for information, dig for light. What happens when you dig? You are a pioneer. You're pathfinding. That's what the Moors were. They were pathfinding. You're using the Tarot deck. That's Moorish science. I've studied this shit. But I respect you. I respect you. Okay? I'm not angry at you. I'm just saying. I see the Tarot deck a lot. That's traditional Moorish science that the Moors, the ancient Moors, were using to bring things forth. They were light seekers, pathfinders. I can't stress that enough. wanted to talk about a particular subject, and I haven't found a title to this video. Found a title to this video yet, but I'm gonna briefly touch on it. I'll briefly touch on this subject. Man, it's been in the back of my head. It's been in the back of my mind for a while. Okay. We all know at this point in metaphysics, esoteric information, they put the truth, they put the information in child animation. They might put it in cartoons. They might put it in Dragon Ball Z. They might put it in, they're going to put the true essence, childlike, imaginative cartoons, okay? I'm saying this because there was a book I used to read growing up, and it was in my mom's cabinet full of encyclopedias. And I used to read this book. It's called All Dogs Go to Heaven, and they got a movie and animation about this. Okay, this particular book has been in the back of my head because over the last 10 years of me being in this information, I have. When you get in this information and you open up certain dimensions within yourself, you look at entertainment, you look at TV in a totally different eye, okay? Because you got more than two eyes. The eyes that stick out of your forehead are your inferior eyes. You have brains and the glands and on your limbs and all that stuff. If you want to figure that out, study on the Hindu goddesses and gods, or read up on the Book of Enoch, or the angels with all of the diamond-like eyes. Okay? When you get in this information and you read or you look at these movies, you see them with a different eye. All dogs go to heaven. Okay? Now, before I touch on that, Dante's Inferno, another animation that got a lot of metaphysical truth in it. I'm saying this because I'm trying to prepare you, because I have read this information in and out. Okay? I can give you a sniper bullet of truth, but it's only going to go through you. You won't even know that I gave it to you, because the consciousness is in your gut. It's in your anus at this point. The consciousness is in your fucking anus at this fucking point. Your consciousness is in your fucking anus. So if I give you a sniper bullet that is loaded with the truth, you won't even feel it. So I have to get on here and I have to give you thousands of examples of why and how you are used as a human being to kill the Christ. You put the light out. By doing things like, if you got a so-called ascended master, let's just say Tony Robbins in his philanthropist journey, okay? You go see Tony Robbins, which is a popular man that's out here trying to give you humans something to look at, because he's trying to give you something to look at. You're doomed. You're doomed. But anyway, that's a whole nother lecture. You got this guy, Tony Robbins, right? You go see him. Let's use him as an example. You go see this guy, Tony Robbins. Let's say he's giving you Christ energy in a certain aspect. And he's giving it to you in a form that makes you feel good. That's what he does. I studied this guy. He's giving you some ceremonial inspiration. That's what he's giving. He's selling you ceremonial information. And it is a lot of truth in that. Well, let me get back to my point. Let's say you go see this guy, and he's giving you the truth in a form of ceremony and in the form of inspiration. And then someone gets up and says, why are you saying this word so many times? Or why do you cuss? Or why do you keep wearing that pink shirt? That right there, that particular human, that's Archon work. That particular human is sitting here to put out the light. You keep putting the Christ light out. You keep killing the Christ. And you do this out of your own pathetic lack of understanding. And you get comfortable with drinking your own throw up. That's what you're doing at this point. You're feeding off of your own vomit. You would rather kill the Christ and drink your own vomit. And then you go to church every Sunday to be hypocrites when you killed the Christ. Why are you focused and why are you using the tarot deck to focus on what is not happening anymore? That's the past. You focus on romance. That's boo-boo. I smell a lot of diarrhea. Like when I'm scrolling through my YouTube, I smell a lot of fucking diarrhea. I smell a lot of sickness. I smell a lot of just lies and sickness and just diarrhea. That smell when you walk into a nursing home. Woo! That's what I'm smelling from you humans these days. I'm smelling it. And I'm not even you. I don't even know you. And I smell it. This goes across all cultures. You had parents that transcended into higher forms of consciousness. They give you some light. You call it the Christ. The Archons felt like you wasn't worthy. And you're not. You proved over and over and over. You kill the Christ. So the Archons get to eat. They get to feed. They get to use you how they please. And they get to redirect your soul back into your pathetic human existence. dogs go to heaven. I'm about to touch on that. I'm sorry, and I got a message for the women. Before I touch on that subject, you're not going to like what I'm going to tell you. You're not going to like it. You're not going to like what I'm about to expose to you about Dante's Inferno and all dogs go to heaven. Listen to me very carefully, woman. Woman of the earth. This earthly woman that shits and pisses every fucking day. But she's so elegant. She's so the ish. She has really betafied this fucking man on the planet. Like, seriously. A bear or a man, bear, you are a beta. She's proven that you are a beta. And she's proven that you're going to eat the shit that falls out of her ass crack. Because you are inferior to what you are attracted to. There are times they don't got to do shit with you. They can just control your woman. And she will destroy you. She's going to eat you alive. That's what they use her for. All dogs go to heaven. The woman being the physical aspect of the cosmos, the God, you bring humans forth. You bring humans forth. There is great responsibility and great accountability that comes with that. Okay? Your condition, your accountability, it shines through your condition. Your accountability shines through your condition. Listen to me. You have the ability to bring humans forth. That is great power within the cosmos. And you have a huge accountability that comes with it. Do not forget. Do not forget. Things that have great power comes with great responsibility. Okay? Let me explain something to you about all dogs go to heaven. And it's Dante's Inferno. Let's start with Dante's Inferno. I did a video on karma, and being a martyr. In the movie, Lucifer, which is the light bearer, he's the light bringer. Lucifer takes Beatrice to hell. Her husband comes back and finds Beatrice is being taken to hell. Her soul is being taken to hell. If you watch the movie closely, she lied to her husband. They didn't tell you what she did. But Lucifer is trying to tell this that's running after telling her she lied. This is the only reason I'm able to get my hands on her. She was not all the way faithful. She betrayed her trust. And even in the movie, Beatrice said it to herself. She lied and said, I didn't betray my love. I didn't betray my promise. Lucifer said, yes, you did. This is why I am bringing you down here. Because you did. You're lying. You're believing in a beautiful lie that you are telling yourself. Follow me on this. When he goes to save her, he gets trapped with these witches that calls him the martyr. Why are they calling him the martyr? They're calling him the martyr because he is about to sacrifice himself for a cause that he did not cause. She caused that. So therefore, he is becoming the martyr. Watch the movie, The Martyr, The Martyr. They're telling him, you are making a choice to go save a woman that did not was not particularly genuine with you. So basically, when this man was on his crusade, she was doing what a lot of modern women was doing. She was cheating on this dude while this dude was in Afghanistan fighting the war. And he came home and it was bodies. It was bodies. She racked up bodies. Okay? They not telling you this. So Lucifer comes and drags her to hell. He goes and saves her. They call him the martyr because you are making a conscious decision from a cause that was not even your fault. And when he went into hell, it was mainly women down there. It was some men, and I don't want y'all to quote me on this. It was a lot of men down there. But when they showed just the majority of people in line waiting for their judgment, it was women. Why am I saying this? Because you have the ability to bring humans forth. You are the first stewards of children. You are the first the baby sees when he come out that womb. You are the first stewards. You are the first teachers. You are the first that child looks up onto. You are God. You have great accountability. So we're not going to keep playing ignorant as if she's not accountable. Oh, yes, baby. Yes, she is. And it's coming. And it's starting through her condition. You're going to see it through her condition. Okay? He did not have to go save her because he was not clear of why she was dragging to hell. Lucifer knew why she was dragging to hell. But because he was a simple man and he was a human, he could not see past her vagina. He couldn't see why she was going to hell. So he became the martyr, thinking that was a good deed. It's only a good deed if Lucifer took her out of nothingness. And Lucifer was telling you, Lucifer being the light bearer, he was telling him why she